Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So I just uploaded two videos from a few minutes ago here at the New York Predator Department. Again, since I got up, had me on the heavy new monitoring. I got a headache right now. It's been constant for the past hour. But, you know, I didn't take anything for it. I'm gonna wait till I get over by Pam to take a medicine. I said Pam again, and they start using the sirens. Now, why are they so all into my business, our business, right? But yet they'll send me subliminal messages about I should mind my business in terms of exposing what it is that they're doing, right? They have done and continue to do, right? So why is that? Because I want you to understand that those in power and those who are in positions of authority believe that they can do whatever they want, whenever, to whoever, or to whomever, and get away with it. And using people in the community, particularly the religiously indoctrinated, to engage in, psychological warfare, right? Psychological warfare is something that they've done and constantly engage in. Yo. I look at the phone fixation. See? Look. Now, which man you see walking the street with his hands like that, right? Like a woman. Usually women you see doing shit like that. Why? Because usually women are the ones who would engage in targeting like that. But when they see... All right? So I want you guys to see and understand. Right, and this is what Pam would do, and it's funny too, like I said, she'll engage in that sort of behavior, right? She'll engage in trying to, like lately too, I've been noticing what she's been doing. I forgot to mention it too, because again, she'll do things underneath her breath, right? Very low and soft when she speaks, like she'll be like, all right, bye, babe. And it's just low enough that it bypassed my reaction, or my, like my, I don't, hey, what's going on, man? Like, I don't notice it until like after we hang up the phone. Like, did she just say, babe? Saying shit like that, right? Using, again, psychological manipulation. Like, for example, walking around, again, in her underwear, right? Or walking around naked in front of me. Okay, to try to engage in, these sort of tricks, right? So I want people to understand how women are used to manipulate men, right? Because they want to have something that they can use against you, right? So how they can manipulate you, right?
Nice.
Yeah, what's up, man? How's it going?
Look.
Yeah, you too. Right, and how they can manipulate you. As I'm walking past the van, I'm staring at the letter that says blessed. Right? Again, there's a reason why the van's parked up on the sidewalk like that. All right, like I said, what happens when you see vehicles park up on the sidewalk like that? So yeah, every day they try something new. Every day they reintroduce the same form of targeting. But like I said, I study what it is that they do. So understanding the level that they engage in, the level of targeting that they engage in. And why you? Okay, I guess you want to get out of here. Right? All right, now I want you to understand, when have you guys ever seen anything like this? Since I've been walking, I usually walk this way every day. When I go get the kids, nothing like this. So they got to send their army out. They got to send their army of people out. All right? Again, these are all psychological attacks. So you got to develop defense mechanism in order to, you know, to defend yourself against them, right? Again, this is what they do. They wage war psychologically, and you better know what it is and how it is that they're doing it, because you will fall further into the traps that they're set for you. And particularly when they have, you know, again, they create a sense of narcissism within the people around you, and particularly if you're a man or a woman, you know, speaking to or have a relationship with the opposite sex, they will manipulate you, right? But with women, as a man, we're talking about sexual manipulation in order so that these women can lie and then try to use that lie to control you, right? So that you can do whatever they want under the threat of false accusations, right? Setups and framers, number 32 in the vehicle, 5324, right? Again, so this is what they'll do. And since they know that I know, is the reason why you start to see them act so desperate and trying to shut me up. Across the street again. License plate number over here. The Penseki truck. Alright. Let's see. It's 13217. Again, this is number 32 again. So what you're seeing now, again, is a blitz. Okay. So what you see again, that's called a blitz. That whole thing there is to set up the sense of subliminal messages about blessed and all this bullshit. Blessed how? Alright. Give me 500. Give me the $632 trillion. Then I'll say I'm blessed. Okay, all right. All right. But I want you to understand that within the black community, within poor people in general, that the littlest thing they consider that to be a blessing, right? But no, you know, the wealthy, right? When they're again stealing from the poor, they consider that to be their blessing. Right? For black people, you give them $20, like, oh, this is such a blessing. It's not a blessing. That's somebody being good to you. That's not a blessing. Okay? At least I don't consider that a blessing. I consider that to be, well, if let's say if it is a blessing, a very small blessing, right? But that is how we are conditioned to accept the smallest of things. Right? This is why politicians, when it comes to dealing with black people, they give us the littlest, right? And yet we feel so blessed that we get so little, right? But again, that's where the religious concept comes from. That's where the Jesus comes in, right? Okay? And again, you go and you read the book Creating Christ, and you have a better understanding of why the poorest people on this planet are the most religious. Because of this fictional character, Jesus. But like I said, if you go and you read the Gnostic scriptures, these are the books that they didn't put into the Bible, you get a different version of Jesus. You get a Jesus telling you that you shouldn't pray. You got a Jesus telling you that you shouldn't fast. Right? Because he said if you are praying, then that is a sin. That is sinful. And if you are fasting, that is taking on a negative energy, right? So all the things in the Gnostic scriptures that Jesus is against, in the Christian Bible, he is for, right? Because in the Gnostic Bible, we get a revolutionary Jesus, a true revolutionary Jesus. Not a Jesus who's going to tell you, render unto Caesar what is Caesar. Not a Jesus who's going to tell you that turn the other cheek. right? Now that Jesus is going to tell you to love your enemy. You're not gonna get that Jesus. Okay, you get a totally different Jesus. All right, a totally different Jesus. Okay, yeah, you get a totally different Jesus. But like I said, the Romans, the elites at that time, the Roman elites knew exactly what they were doing when they sent Paul in to infiltrate the Judean army and their leaders. Right? So people say, and again, Jesus, Yeshua, it's supposed to be Joshua, not really Jesus, right? Because the translation of Yeshua is Joshua in English. This is what they wanted to happen. Jesus was a common name. There were many different Jesus. Prior to so-called Jesus of Nazareth, there was Jesus ben Pendera, right? And he was a Jewish prophet. Okay. And again, so people say, well, he was a healer. Yeah, but he might have been a doctor at those times. You do know they had doctors, right? And a lot of times the people who are able to be doctors, chemists, they were the high priest, the high priestess. Right? It wasn't the common people. Right? These were knowledge, skills, and ability that only those in the higher echelon of the priesthood, right, would know. So again, until you understand history, until you understand these things, you're going to continue to be manipulated with this concept of Christianity that works against you. It works against you. It don't work for you. For the vast majority of people, it works against them. Okay? But why you holding on to it is because the fear, the psychological conditioning of your soul being burned in hell. Okay? And you remember, there's Catholic priests that tell you that they invented hell. They invented hell. They invented the devil. You know, in the early versions of Christianity, there were no devil. There was no Satan. Where do you think Satan comes from? It comes from a different religious belief system, right? It comes from what is called Zoroastrianism. So when the Romans had all these texts from the regions that they conquered, all the sacred texts, right? They put them together to create their version. So now you had the devil. As I said, early Christian didn't believe in the devil. They never had a devil. But you wouldn't know that until you study, until you go and you read what early Christians were practicing, what they believed for. They didn't believe that Jesus was the Son of God.